Are the real estate prices going to drop in 2021? Well, you're about to find out. This is Sid Chandra from the Chandra Real Estate Group, and I'm about to share my predictions about the 2021 housing market. So let's get into it. But before we do that, I do post monthly updates about the real estate market and helpful tips about buying and selling. So if you are in the market or considering building a real estate empire, I'd highly encourage to like, comment, and subscribe on my videos just so I get some motivation and you get some helpful tips. So to give you a rundown of what we'll be talking about in this video, we're going to cover the condo prices, the housing market, the rates, and the rental market. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. During my conversations with people, I get asked frequently, "Oh Sid, when the government funding dies out, what's going to happen to the real estate market?" Well, what you guys need to understand is that the people relying on such funding, that like the CERB or just grants, they aren't the ones that are driving up the real estate prices. People that are buying and selling real estate are usually in higher income brackets, and they are either investors or people that are downsizing or upsizing and have nothing to do with government funding. Prediction number one, will the condo prices drop? What we already know is that the condo prices have hit an all-time bottom. They haven't been this low in many years. And we're starting to see signs now of condos go over asking in multiple offers. So there is somewhat of a calm before a storm, and I think the prices will bounce back up in mid-2021. It is evident, as you can see in this article here, the Toronto condo market is expected to record slim price appreciation in 2021 as the hangover effects of the pandemic continue to impact buyer demand, especially in the core of the city. Prediction number two, will the housing market drop this year? Well, last year there was a bit of a slow time in the sales of the housing market, particularly freehold homes. However, this year we're starting to see something very unique. There's a very low inventory but a high demand in the housing market, and what that's doing is driving prices up at record-breaking prices. So what my prediction is that it will continue to rise, and as you can see in this article here, Royal LePage forecasts a 7.5% increase to Toronto's region in single-family homes for 2021, with the median price of two-story homes rising to 1.1 million. Viewing the market as a whole, the brokerage is expecting 5.75% home price increase. Prediction number three, will the interest rates rise this year? Well, what we do know is that through the pandemic, with the rates dropping drastically, we know that they're at an all-time low for the last many years. Will they rise this year? Well, let's follow this article and let them decide. As you can see in this article, the graph clearly dictates that the rates are going to stay low throughout 2021 and predict to basically rise in mid-2022. And just to validate that, let's read this line right above the graph here. Most forecasters expect the rate to remain at 2.25% throughout 2021 to the end of 2022. Royal Bank, the exception, predicts that the rates will rise 0.5% in the second half of 2022. What does this mean, folks? Well, with the rates at an all-time low, the housing market is bound to rise. And so money is cheap. And if you are planning to purchase, it couldn't be a better time now because the rates are going to continue to stay low. Prediction number four, will the rental market pick up this year? Well, what we do know is that throughout the pandemic, the condo market specifically in Toronto did take a hit. There were many vacant units and people were struggling to make rent payments. However, now what we're starting to see is that the rental market is starting to move because there isn't as much supply and a high demand. However, what we do predict throughout the next few months is that it will be a little sluggish and pick up as soon as the borders open up and immigration starts to kick in again. So overall, if you plan to buy a home this year, it couldn't be a better time than now, as Jan and Feb do tend to be the slower months of the year in general. And with the pandemic, many buyers and sellers are nervous, so it's a perfect time for the brave ones to seize the opportunity and get better deals. Overall, if you think the prices are going to drop in the next few months, or this year for that matter, I have shared enough evidence with you to show you really that the prices aren't likely going to drop this year. So if you have any intentions, it's best to consult with a professional and guide you throughout the process so you don't make any mistakes or lose out on any money. So there you have it, folks. If you are thinking of buying or selling real estate in the near future, don't hesitate to call me and I'll give you my no obligation feedback on what I think is the right time for you to purchase your next property, and give you some sort of an overview of the market and share some facts and statistics so you're walking out of that meeting fully prepared to do what you need to do for your real estate portfolio. I also talk to many buyers and sellers on a daily basis, in fact hourly, for many hours a day, and I tend to come across listings that are coming soon or just off market because the sellers don't want to necessarily publicize it, especially during the pandemic. So those are opportunities for buyers like yourself that don't want to compete with other buyers and seize the opportunity. I hope you found this video helpful, and like I said, tune in for more videos. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because it would mean a lot, and I will continue to provide value as the months go by. Lastly, I do want to mention that I am in the process of expanding my team and looking for sharp, professional, and hardworking agents that are willing to improve their production and take things to the next level. So if you are someone like this or know somebody, please reach out to me and I'll be happy to walk you through my brokerage and what we have to offer. As always, guys, stay safe and remember, Sid sells.